Have you ever felt like every door to getting your film funded is being slammed in your face? You've got this great idea, but the script just doesn't seem to click with producers. I know how frustrating that can be. And stick with me because today I'm going to share the three biggest mistakes screenwriters make and how you can avoid them. And these tips will help you take your script to the next level so you can get on set and say, action. Welcome to my channel. If you're passionate about storytelling and looking to get your film financed, you're in the right place. So make sure to subscribe and hit that notification bell for more filmmaking tips and insights. I've been in the film business for over 20 years, and trust me, I've made every mistake you can think of. My scripts got rejected over and over, and most of the time I had no idea why. And when I asked producers for feedback, their answers were often vague, or they just didn't want to hurt my feelings by telling me the truth. I was really eager to learn why some people made it and I didn't. Were they more talented than me, or were they just lucky? It turns out neither of those things were true. The difference was that they developed their project in a certain way and avoided the mistakes I was making. And things changed when I found my mentor. He pointed out the mistakes I was making, and I finally started to understand where I was going wrong. And once I changed my approach, I began to see success. I got my films financed and found myself on set as a director. So let's dive into the three biggest mistakes screenwriters make. Mistake number one is not paying enough attention to concept development. A lot of writers dive straight into their scripts without really taking the time to develop their concept in the strongest possible way. And here's the thing. When you pitch your film to producers, you're essentially pitching your concept. So if you want to get your film made, having a solid concept is key. But how do you come up with a great concept? Many filmmakers think it's all about high concept ideas. But in today's market, what really stands out is authenticity. It's not just about a flashy idea, it's about putting real passion and depth into your script, your passion and your depth. So, how do you do that? Do you just wait for a lightning bolt of inspiration? Definitely not. The truth is, there are simple step by step techniques that can take any topic you're interested in and turn it into a film concept that resonates with audiences all over the world. And when your concept clicks with viewers, it naturally catches the eyes of producers, actors, and streaming platforms. And once I learned these techniques, I didn't have to wait around for inspiration. Suddenly, everything around me became a source of ideas. I'm just curious, have you ever had trouble coming up with a film concept that really clicks with producers? Share your experience in the comments below. I'd love to hear what you've encountered. Let's move on to mistake number two, which is sticking too closely to strict formulas. Sure, structure is important, but being too rigid can squash your creativity. Instead of following a bunch of rules, use tools. Focus on letting your characters drive the story and let it unfold naturally. I remember feeling stuck and overwhelmed by all the screenwriting classes and books telling me I had to hit certain plot points by specific pages and introduce characters at exact moments. It felt like I was forcing my unique story and characters into a structure that just didn't fit. It didn't make sense to me, and the results were not great. And at one point, I even thought I'd never be able to write something that could stand out. But then I met my mentor who showed me a different way. He taught me to focus on tools instead of rules. I found out that professional filmmakers don't rely on those strict formulas at all. With my mentor's help, I learned that there's a more organic and authentic way to design your story, one that stays true to your unique story and characters. And once I got that, writing a screenplay became a lot easier and more fun. Quick question. Have you ever struggled with finding that balance between structure and creativity in your script? Drop a comment below. I'd love to hear your thoughts. And lastly, mistake number three is not getting character development right. Characters are the heart of your story. They are what drive the plot and connect with the audience. Without characters that people can relate to, even the best story can fall flat. So, how do you make sure your characters instantly connect with the audience? It took me over 10 years to figure this out, and another year to really master the tools to create characters that are authentic, complex, and relatable. It all starts with what I call the catalyst scene or sequence. And this is the opening scene where your character faces their deepest inner pain or fear.
Go on, get out! I thought you'd never leave.
I'm sorry.
It's not your fault, Tony.
Then take me with you.
Gotta work 12-hour night shifts. I can't look after you.
You could if you want to.
Talk on the phone. Everything's gonna work out. You gotta move now, honey. Tawny, please!
You're not gonna leave me here, Daddy. Daddy. Take me with you!
When you start with this kind of moment, the audience connects emotionally with your main character right from the start. And once you've written this scene, the rest of your story becomes easier to write because you've laid the groundwork for your character's journey. A well-crafted character can take your story from good to great and catch the attention of producers and big-name actors who can help you get your film financed. In today's market, character-driven stories are a must because that's what audiences and streaming platforms are really looking for. So there you have it. Concept development, flexible structure, and compelling characters. These are the three key areas where many screenwriters falter. But recognizing and mastering these elements can transform your screenplay into a story that captivates audiences and that can get you on set of your first feature film and say, action. So if you're serious about taking your screenwriting to the next level, I've got something for you. Click the link below to download my free ebook, The 3 Biggest Mistakes Screenwriters Make. It's packed with insights and actionable tips that go beyond what we discussed today, helping to take your filmmaking journey to the next level. So thanks for watching. Don't forget to subscribe and check out my other videos for more filmmaking tips. And remember, every great film starts with a single word on the page. Start taking action on your storytelling journey today by downloading my free ebook.